Hello, my love. I am coming on here today to share my story with you. I know that when you have health troubles or you have got these repeat chronic symptoms, it can feel so lonely, so overwhelming, and like this is the way that you are going to feel forever. I'm here to tell you that it's not, and I am physical proof. I really wanted to tell you all about my journey and how I got here today so that you can see for yourself that you can unlock the best health version of you, and it is there, it is within your reach, and that you can do it. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. 7 years ago, for birth control, I had the hormonal implant in my arm. I felt like I wasn't really myself after a while. I just felt like I was going a little loopy, a little around the bend. I was angry all the time. And so I went and got it taken out. And in its place, I asked for the coil to be implanted. My mum had it, she'd had a good experience. So I just thought, I'll just go with that. Didn't really put tons of research into it. I just knew I'd been on the pill before and it hadn't worked for me. The implant hadn't worked for me, and I had a long-term boyfriend and I was not ready or interested in babies. So I got the coil popped in, and immediately when they implanted the coil, they hit a nerve up there, let's say, and I ended up having a fit right there on the table. I actually almost broke my thumb that I was squeezing down on it so hard during the fit, but I couldn't move my body. I just felt paralyzed, totally out of control. To this day, it's one of the scariest things that has ever happened to me health-wise, and it gives me shivers to think about it. From that moment on, I was plagued with digestive issues, diarrhea, bloating, gas, pain. I was in pain all the time. I was swelling. I was so anxious. I started having panic attacks for the first time in my life. And it was just one of the darkest times that I can really remember. And it just went downhill from there. I was in my second year of uni and it was hammering me. I ended up isolating myself from all of my friends, broke up with my boyfriend, was angry all the time, had to cut out tons of food because my doctor had suggested the low FODMAP diet, but then I had no support. So in the end, I ended up on a really restricted way of eating that was so unhealthy and ended up with an eating disorder. I would only eat 5 foods, bacon was among them, wild, that I felt was safe for my body and would stop me from flaring up. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go into lectures. I couldn't go out with my friends. I didn't want to leave the house. And I ended up being diagnosed with depression and a panic disorder. Things just got worse from there. After uni, I got my first full-time job, but I was off sick so much, battling with all of these health troubles. It was tiring. I was exhausted and drained. I felt like I was all alone. No one knew what I was going through. And I felt like my doctors and the hospital visits and all of those things, I did the NHS, I even went private for a consultation. I felt like no one really got what I was saying. No one could tell me what was wrong. Speed forward a lot of years, I got finally diagnosed with endometriosis, which is on my bowel and on my left ovary. I also have Crohn's and IBS. Who knew you could have both? And I always thought that striving for a diagnosis, once someone told me what it is, then the next step I would be fixed, I would be healed, and that was that. But really all it was I got told a name, I got told a condition I had, and I was on my way. And finding out you have a chronic disease is so lonely. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so true. It's so lonely, it's so isolating, it's so scary because you know you're going to have to live with this for the rest of your life. I tried a bunch of different things. I was still not eating more than my 5 foods every day. I would have panic attacks every single night where the heat would rush up from my toes right to my head. I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. Eventually, I just got so fucked off, so frustrated with my situation that I decided this is enough. I am going to take control of my own health because I can't go on like this. I couldn't see the rest of my life panning out in this way. So I went back to school. I got an education on women's health. I became a Pilates and yoga instructor. I got certified to do breathwork and meditation, the full 9. And I slowly built myself up a program through trial and error that got my endo and Crohn's and IBS under control. I was finally at the helm of my starship, not my body. And my body became a friend, a loved one, a home, a safe space, instead of that thing that was driving me crazy and making me so low. And I figured out that the key to my healing success was thinking about my brain, thinking about my gut, and thinking about my lymphatic system. So once I got certified as a women's health coach, I was off to the races. I was trying my program, my Mind to Core method, with as many women as possible. I was teaching classes, I was doing breath work with people, I was chatting to them about their health issues, I was doing health histories, I was doing meal plans, I was doing recipes, I was doing shopping lists, I was doing it all. And I finally got the secret sauce, the Mind to Core method, the way out. And now I have helped so many women across the globe, I can't even believe I'm saying that, to fix their health and to take back autonomy and control over their own body. I like to think of myself as a health coach as the gap in between doctors and patients. So when you go to the doctor and get that diagnosis of what is really wrong with you, then you are sent home, instead you can come and chat to me. We will come up with a personalized, tailored plan that will solve all of your recurring, horrible, nasty symptoms and get you back on that journey, that path to the best version of you. I know now that my pain and my struggles were all for a reason, so I could do this, so I could help as many women as possible. But that doesn't change that it was the lowest point in my life. I really couldn't see me moving on. I couldn't see me keeping my life going. I have never felt so alone and helpless and scared and anxious as I did then. But as you can see, it's changed, and I can help you change as well. And I just really wanted to share my story with you so that you could get to know me a little better and see that I completely understand and empathize with everything that you're going through. I have had it all, and now I can do it all so that people just like me don't have to feel so alone and so overwhelmed when their body starts to fight back. Thank you for listening. I will be sharing a video tomorrow all around why I focus on the big 3. Why is Mind to Core Mind to Core? So keep your eyes peeled and I will see you there. And I would love to hear your own health journey. So let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon.